Record to cloud. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Green Trips. My name is Amanda Tonna. I am the project manager for the Green Trips initiative, and I am here today with Kurt Guillaumier, who is one of our moderators. And I welcome you, Kurt.
Hi, Amanda, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to be part of Green Trips.
Thank you for joining us. So, we are going to have a short conversation with Kurt, and I leave it up to you, Kurt, to introduce yourself and the work you do in relation to mobility and sustainability.
Well, like I said, my name is Kurt, and currently I am the Executive Secretary of the San Juan Local Council. Now, in the council, we we are working hard to increase mobility, accessibility, and obviously greener, making San Juan greener. So my job is to implement the position and the policies that the council obviously promote. My job is to execute those decisions that we make.
And you do a very, very good job. So, thank you for that.
The reason being is, apart from being the executive secretary, I am also a former mayor of San Juan. So my love for the job is not just about getting a salary, but it's also the love for the locality also.
Yes, I'm pretty sure all the residents of San Juan love you. So, would you tell us why you decided to join us at Green Trips as a moderator?
Well, I believe it's compatible with my job because we must do all we can to promote a sustainable way of life. We have one world and we must take care of it for future generations. Our our environment is very dependent on what we do today. So tomorrow's environment is on what we do today. Now, it is understandable that all human beings leave a footprint on the earth. It is our job to ensure that that footprint is as small as possible and reversible as much as possible. It's obvious we need to go from one place to the other. We need heating. We need all these basic elements that will make an impact on the earth. What we have to do is we can do those impacts, but make them as minimum as possible. Because that, in the long run, will make it more sustainable.
Yes, that is part of our mission, of course, to bring people together and together find solutions for better mobility here in Malta.
But the thing is this, we say the environment's problem, and it seems that it's no one's problem because it's everyone's problem. But each and every one of us can make a small change that collectively we can make a big change.
Yes, I definitely agree with that, and it's in our hands now to empower each other and make those small changes that
It
make big
is
difference.
so small things like don't leave a tap leaking. If you're not using room, turn off the lights. Setting your AC as echo as possible. If you need to take a short trip, go for a walk. If it's just a short trip. So small things that collectively can make a big difference.
Yeah, and on that, Kurt, you said like for example, if you need to go to somewhere, try to walk, for example. How important is it to have better, more sustainable transportation in Malta?
Well, I think Malta is being such a small island, but for some reason we find that accessibility and transport from one place to the other is harder for some reason. And I cannot understand what the problem is. So I'm not here to promote solutions for it. But what I can find is that if I'm in San Juan now and I need to go to Pembroke, it's a bit of a problem. It's a bit of a problem because the bus doesn't go there. So it's a bit of a problem. Now, what we're trying to do in San Juan, we are actually trying to promote the transport system, which is sharing. We're in discussions now with a scooter company, an e-scooter company, to have charging points in our locality. And we are promoting this. We want this because if someone comes from, let's say, from Bujibba, and he comes to San Juan, and the bus passes through San Juan, but he wants to go to Pembroke. So instead of having to go to Valletta, and then from Valletta go to Pembroke, we're saying, listen, if you stop in San Juan and you go by scooter to Pembroke, and obviously drop off the scooter there, it will take you maybe 10 minutes, which is a shorter distance. San Juan is ideally located in the center, surrounded by 8 other localities. So it's relatively very accessible to other localities like Swi'i, Slema, St. Julian's, Birkirkara, Hamrun. They're relatively very close to San Juan. Imsida, they're relatively very close. So I think San Juan has this opportunity to promote these services and encourage people to use the alternative means of transport. As we did last December, we did a seminar discussing with stakeholders the use of alternative means of transport. And you were there, Amanda, at the seminar. Now we're trying to implement what we had discussed during this seminar. And I believe that there is enough people in Malta who want the change to affect the change. Those people who don't yet want will come on board when they see the advantages that the system will have.
And there are definitely many advantages for us to improve the mobility, accessibility, open spaces here in Malta.
In San Juan, we actually have, San Juan is not renowned for open spaces, but in reality, we have 13 open spaces here, which we maintain and we encourage people to use. We're in the process of creating 4 more. We've identified areas which are abandoned and they are government owned, and we can transform into a small or even a bit bigger places where you can just go there, you'll be in the shade, there will be trees. We're actually working now on a small kitchen garden. Well, there will be herb garden, there will be rand trees, and there will be a rumin trees also.
Wow, amazing.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure we were talking about this as well. It's very good both for the physical health and for the mental health for people.
San Juan is a busy locality. It's becoming highly commercialized. It's a true road because people going from the north to the south pass through a lot of San Juan. Pollution is relatively high because of this high volume of traffic. So we are doing our best to plant as many plants and trees in our locality and create these safe havens, these green lungs, be it as small as much as they are, but all over San Juan, which will offset all the pollution that's being created by vehicles passing through our locality, which are not even destined for our locality, but are just using San Juan as a true road.
Mhm. Wow, and that seems to be quite an issue with some main areas in Malta as well. So that is another um, area that we definitely need to focus on and find more solutions.
I think the issue comes if the willingness to change and the willingness to implement. To be honest with you, I don't believe in legislation. I think people should not be made to do these changes, but they have to feel the need for them to change, and not just by legislation, by imposing laws. I don't believe in that. I believe, listen, if you do this, we will benefit this. And I think it is better than legislation. I think legislation is
Yeah.
is
And that is, in fact, our work is about involving, actively engaging with the people, no? So I would like to jump on to my last question and ask you, like, to maybe give some words to the people, about why they should start using green trips.
But Green Trips is an initiative which is based on promoting sustainability and a greener and healthier and cleaner future. I think we all want that. And again, Green Trips will help us to maybe to show us the way how these small changes that each and every one of us can do, which will not really affect our lives that much, but collectively can make a big difference, not only for our present life, but also for future generations.
Yes, that is what sustainability is about as well, no? And we truly value people's opinions, about anything they have to say about sustainable mobility, as we said, like urban mobility, open spaces. So we really look forward to hear people's opinions.
Amanda, I like to close with this. I live in Mostar,
Mhm.
and I was I frequently go to shop at Lidl in Mostar, and I always go by car. And last week I said I'll go by walk. I'll go by walk. And from my house to Lidl, it took me exactly to 1.9 kilometers from my house. I enjoyed the walk. I enjoyed the walk. And I actually thought my perception was that it was much further than that. But in reality, very often we don't realize how close things are. We have a sign, we have a totem sign in the center of San Juan, indicating how far Sui is and how far the university is by car or by cycling. And you would be surprised how close we are actually to each other. So even if the alternative means of transport is a walk will keep you will keep you healthy,
Mhm.
and it'll help you more even to think even better. If you have the time, go for a walk instead of driving your car.
Mhm. Thank you so much. And with that message of inspiration, I will close this off. I thank you very much. And I thank all our followers who listened to me and Kurt. And we see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. Have a nice day.